episode. We'll start with the longest odds of any returning New Zealand franchise. The Highlanders, $15 in the outright market, same price as the Brumbies you can get for them currently. Almost double the price of any other existing New Zealand franchise. Obviously, the big losses for them coming into the season: Ash Dixon, who's gone to Japan, and Josh Ioane headed up to the Chiefs. Jonah Nareki as well, and missed the whole season after tearing his ACL in the NPC. But they do get Marty Banks into the fold, which knows Rugby Park well now that that's happened. So that's something. Gareth Evans coming down from the Hurricanes. Mosesi Dawai, who was great for Waikato in the NPC. Andrew Makalio probably filling the hole left by Ash Dixon, and Sam Kidd from the Waratahs, probably amongst their sort of bigger games. Paul, can you explain to me why they're twice the price of the Hurricanes in the outright market, though?
Probably because every single season, without fail, the Hurricanes are one of the best back teams to win the Super Rugby competition. So I'm just thinking possibly because if we always take money on the Canes, the bookies have been a wee bit more cautious with the Canes. I also think the Canes are probably a slightly better squad than the Highlanders. And I don't think you can discount or minimise the huge loss that Ash Dixon is to that Highlanders squad. He has been basically the cornerstone that they build their season round for the last 3 or 4 seasons now. And we saw it with Hawke's Bay. Even though he left halfway through the season, they had, I guess, a progressive sort of scheme in place to take over from him. I'm not so sure the Highlanders do. And so I just think him, plus the fact that Ioane is off to the Chiefs, it just takes a big chunk of experience, especially out of that forward pack. And I see them struggling, unfortunately, as well. Well, against the New Zealand squads, I see them struggling.
Are you seeing from a similar hymn sheet there?
Yeah, I just think the loss of those two players is huge. Yeah, everything they did, well, not everything, but you think back to last season, Paul's getting on Ash Dixon as a try scorer every week and was saluting every week. They just they might be able to sort of adjust that game plan to suit sort of Makalea or Coltman. Will Coltman start?
Yeah, I presume Coltman will. But they're both Coltman's played for the All Blacks before. Yeah. It's not. Yeah, they're not bad replacements. No. I think it's a culture loss more than anything. Yeah. So whether they can withstand that.
You saw what sort of Ash Dixon brought, and then I thought Josh Ioane he was playing well for the Highlanders last year. Obviously, he had his little indiscretion, but he sort of came back, and when he did come back, he was, he brings a lot on attack for the Highlanders team. Marty Banks, we love him, but probably doesn't offer as much sort of with the ball in hand. Got a good kicking game, and as you sort of alluded to, he knows his way around Rugby Park, so he might be able to pin a few long penalties and that sort of thing. But with Nareki injured and Parkinson's injured as well. Yeah, he's out for the season as well. I thought he's sort of been building the last couple of years, and he was probably due to have a big season as well. So I think that they probably don't deserve to be as big as underdogs as opposed to the Hurricanes, but they're definitely not in that. They're quite far away from that top 3 of the New Zealand teams, I think, and they will struggle against the likes of Crusaders, Blues, and Chiefs.
I'm much more optimistic about the Highlanders than you two.
What is going on? Where is all this optimism coming from? What happened to the? Where is Patrick?
They do have the 2 best halfbacks in the country. I'll give them that. So
they were finally a Super Rugby Trans-Tasman was a Mickey Mouse competition, but they were finalists and came very close to winning. But they went to Christchurch and beat the Crusaders last season. They were probably the 3rd best New Zealand team overall last year, I'd say, when you combine the 2 competitions. Yeah, Ash Dixon's a big culture loss, but I'm not so worried. Josh Ioane was. He had his moments, and it was more when he was playing for Otago last year that he really rounded back into form. For me, a lot's going to ride on Mitch Hunt because he now is very much he's going to be the main man at 10. So he's going to have to consistently produce. But then again, having Aaron Smith and Falau Fakatava inside you certainly helps. Really excited about the few of the young backs as well. Connor Garden-Bachop was flying last year until he got injured. So hopefully he's healthy and he can take another step forward. And then I just think they've got enough strength and depth in the sort of forwards. They've got exciting young guys like Shannon Frizzell's an established All Black at this stage. Marina McKaylee too looked like it was headed to superstardom for Hawke's Bay a couple of years ago. Guys like him or Manaki Selby-Rickett, Josh Dixon is another one who have plenty of potential to step forward. I think they've got that culture. They've had it in place since Jamie Joseph was there, where they just play really good, solid rugby. They don't miss tackles. They make you play out of your own half. They've got an awesome defensive system. I think you can roll guys in and out. Ethan de Groot's another one who came on leaps and bounds last season. So for me, I'd say I'm pro Highlanders in this, and I think
someone's got to be.
Yeah, there'll be.
Carl Tiley has got to you.
No, I'm just I don't know. I just base my decisions on what I see on the rugby field, I guess. But I think they could be very competitive this season, and obviously it's going to be a tough ask to take down certainly the Chiefs and Crusaders. But I think they'll be certainly they should be aiming for a semi-final spot, and I reckon they can be competitive against any of the top teams in a semi-final if they do make it there. But a lot of water to go to the bridge before then, if you want.